In a world like none other, there comes one man in search of plastic, in search of cons. He is known as Plasticon. Join him as he brings toys from another dimension to a household near you.
Welcome back to another Plasticon review. Today we're going to cover the s.t.a.r.s Command Center base. This was a mail-away type of thing that they had back in the 80s that was designed for Transformers, because Transformers didn't actually have play sets back in the day. Everything we got primarily was like a cardboard set. This set itself is strictly made of cardboard and paper. To try to find one of these in the aftermarket anymore, it's extremely difficult to do. The s.t.a.r.s base is insanely expensive if you find one. Now I know there's supposed to be a placemat that goes down, but if you guys also notice something about it, this is actually smaller than the original. The original is about double the size of this one. Give you guys a bit of a size comparison here. Here is my GoBots Optimus Prime. Here's a Kabaya version of good old Sonic Bomber. And let's put in Action Master Grimlock. And also a little part of the Prime guys. Put a little bit of modern twist in here as well. This is kind of modern as well, but you guys notice the scaling is really good on this set that I have created. Now, I did go and get the stuff printed off actually at my local Staples. They printed all the print pieces for me, and I cut them out, and I actually attached them to a cereal box. I used cereal boxes to cut it up, to attach everything and make it work. Now the scaling on a couple bits were a little bit off when I did it. This portion here is a little too big, and this part here really didn't size correct to plug into the back, which it's supposed to just be a chamber that opens up so you to just put a character in there like he's supposed to be leaving or entering the base. I personally just like having it over here to the side because it kind of just adds to it, because it's supposed to be like an armory. Now it's supposed to have this huge door in the back, and this door does come off, so I did make it so you can remove the door and easily be able to take a figure or something like that and have it pass through. So it does have some playability there. Playsets are very cool, and I'm a huge fan of playsets being inexpensive. Having a whole set like this is great for inexpensive reasons. It also has a little control console here, which is actually a little computer console, and it's got some very neat little details in it. I just like inexpensive sets, because inexpensive sets throughout the years are really becoming rare. Mainly because a lot of them are, if they were ever cardboard like this one, they deteriorate over time, and they're very difficult to come across on, you know, the aftermarket. Just to kind of give you a bit of a heads up there. I mean, look at the way this looks. I mean, this looks phenomenal with Transformer figures. Like, it just works very well. It's not huge and oversized. So it's an easy piece for me to be able to easily store and put away, and that's one big reason why I'm a huge fan of these smaller Transformers. I know a lot of you guys out there are really into the stuff that's a little more elaborate, has a little more something to it. I'm personally really not, because space has always been a problem everywhere I've ever lived. You guys out there that have room for detolfs and 2.5, 3-foot robots and stuff like that. That's cool, but in my opinion, I am really into the smaller scale. Now, when I attached all the pieces on here, I just used regular, the regular stick glue you use for putting paper, sticking paper together. That's like your school glue. It works just fine for this kind of thing. You don't have to have anything high fancy. If you guys want to contact me, you guys can email me and I can send you the files to the set here, because I went through and actually kind of cleaned them up a little bit to make them a little better. And if you haven't just printed off just on regular paper, like a standard sheet of paper, this is the size you're going to get. Now you can expand them and make them bigger if you wanted to, but I do know these s.t.a.r.s bases are really, really difficult to get, and they're just becoming harder to find out there, especially since the market has gone kind of crazy on a lot of vintage toys, and it's just becoming really difficult. This is a thing to me that just needs to be preserved and really kind of shared, because the art on this is amazing. I love the fact that it's got like a little gripping arm thing here, actually put in here. It's got a little bit of a programming thing, so you're supposed to be able to like type in a button and then put your hand on there and pull it down, or have the door open. It's got this little lever here where you're supposed to be act like that gets pulled down. It's got a little control crane down here that's supposed to be like a little laser thing, so that way maybe Wheeljack's doing some kind of stuff to try to fix things. It's actually got a crane, if you look here on the back, that's supposed to be on a thing that goes back and forth. So many computer consoles and little readouts, and the original toy you actually could put the your file cards back behind this. This was not like a little thing you can see through, but it was cool. It was like kind of a storage thing for your file cards, and the whole command center thing had like a play pattern about it. To me, the play pattern should be, here it is, invent your own world, and that's what I love to do. This is by far one of the coolest things I have made out of cardboard and a lot of computer modifications on the actual pieces themselves, so that way they would actually kind of fit properly. Like I said, if I would go back, I probably will go back and descale this in here a little bit, make it a little smaller. And the same thing with this right here. This actually does fit in the back, but it's kind of difficult to do, mainly because it's got this huge piece here that kind of sticks out in the back. So I think this just needs to be, folded. And the thing is, when I did all the construction on this, all these actually got scored and cut. I did this with just a X-Acto knife, but I kind of scored and cut everything to kind of fit everything together. Like I said, it's just a cereal box. It's nothing special, nothing fancy, but hey, it gets the point across, and it does exactly what you need it to do, especially if you're just going to use this for a background piece on your shelf, just to put figures in front of. It literally kind of really draws in that whole they're in their own world kind of thing, versus them just sitting on a shelf where it's just glass in the back, or you just got some standard backdrop up there. This really kind of just brings them into a real universe. So you can see them working on the computers and discussing what they're going to do, say this is, you can use this as the Autobot base, you can use this as the Decepticon base. Really, it doesn't matter. I know it says Transformers, it has an Autobot emblem there, but it doesn't matter really who you put in this, because the key is your imagination is what really matters, especially when it comes to building awesome stuff like this. Well, I hope this was an inspiration for you guys, and if you guys like this video, please like, share, subscribe, and click that little notification bell. I also have YouTube membership, and let me know if you guys want any copies of this stuff, because I do have ways of getting it out there to you guys. But anyway, this is Plasticon. This is me signing off. Peace out, y'all. I'll see you around. That's it for now. Bye.